Hello from Las Vegas. That's the view from my room. I'm at the Orleans. You can see the entire strip and all the way to the south side where they are building Raider Stadium there. That's the view from my window. Alright guys, welcome to another $1,000 strap search. I'm doing this from Vegas. And from Vegas you go big. Don't worry, I didn't search all these. I'm only doing 1,000. I did stop at all the casinos I could and pick up a strap or two, and that's what my mountain of straps looks like. So my next few videos, well, you're going to know where I got all the bills from. All right, let's see where we can start. Today's hint, this week's hint, I wanted to talk about the way some banks use their straps. You'll notice that this one I've got written down came from Trop, so that's the Tropicana. Tropicana and many of the other casinos will count out their bills in $25 clips, and they literally clip the money just like that. There's 4 paper clips. It makes it easy for the tellers. You want to get those clips off as soon as possible. Those clips are all going to ding up all of those corners, and sometimes you can just look at any other set of straps and you can see the damage when there was obviously paper clips involved there. So whenever you get bills that are strapped and they're paper clipped, get those paper clips off. Then of course you can take them, put them between 2 books, get them all nice and flat. All right, so let's see what I got. I'm going to start off with my walking money. I call it walking money because it's stuff I picked up unintentionally, but stuff I got in change. So let's see what we got here. I did find a trinary. This one was 0s, 4s, and 5s. I apologize for the shaky camera. My tripod did not come with me on this trip. Next note up here, I did find a star note. And I believe I found an older note. This one was from 1995. So that was just literally in my change when I was going around. I did make it a point to ask the tellers if they had seen any older bills, and some of them showed me some stuff. I got a 1995 $5 bill here. This one's a 1988A, and I believe this one was also an 88A. And I got these literally face value just because I asked the tellers, hey, have you seen any older bills? Now, unfortunately, or fortunately, however you want to look at it, when you say that and you hand the teller a $100 bill to get your strap of singles, the first thing they think of when you say old money is the old 100s. Now, this, of course, eats into your bankroll tremendously when you've got 3,800 singles or so there. But this also can do it. Everybody that I would talk to, the first thing they would do is they would look through all the old 100s. So I ended up getting a couple of them. 1990. This one's a little rough. I may spend this one before I go home. 1990 on this one with the wrinkle right through the middle. This one's got a stamp on it, so I did find it. I was grateful that they gave it to me, so I took it, but I'll probably spend this one as well. 1985 there. This one's fairly crisp. This one looks really nice, actually. 1988. And the last one that I got here, I believe, is an 85. 1985. A little bit of a crease in it. But beggars can't be choosers. So, that is the stuff that I got from asking the tellers. So, now let's hit up the $1,000 strap search itself. The $1,000 that I went through, this stuff was stuff not from Vegas. This was stuff from back home. And I'll go through this pretty quick. I found a couple quads, quad 1s here, quad 4s, another quad 4s, another quad 4s. I think I had 4 quad 4s. Quad 5s. Found a trinary, 3s, 8s, and 9s, 0s, 7s, and 8s, 0s, 3s, and 8s, 2s, 5s, and 7s, 0s, 4s, and 7s, 0s, 5s, 9, And those of you who watched my videos know how rare it is to come up with one of these. I actually found a binary. Only two numbers in there is 4s and 9s. It's almost a perfect alternator or perfect repeater. 49, 49, 44, 94. Real close to perfect. But a binary nonetheless. You see the number of trinaries I pull every week. It's been quite a while since I found a binary, so I was pretty proud of finding that one. Birthday note. This one would be March 18th, 1997. I did find some stars. Low number star note. This has got potential. Pretty wrinkled up star note. This one's crisp. Another decent one here. This one's pretty ratty. And some older notes. 1995. Another 95. And an 88A. Always checking to make sure that it's not a web press. Gotta check that out. 1985. Get zoomed in on that real good. And look at this one. This is just mean. I found a 1981 $1 bill. You don't find too many 81s. I mentioned how hard it is to find bills in the 70s because nobody bothered to save them. 81 is as close to the 70s as you can get. And, well, this bill is like not really a dollar. It's more like 75 cents with that entire corner missing. But it still spends as a dollar. It's still old money. I brought it just so you guys can feel my pain too. Nothing worse than finding old money that is destroyed. So that was my finds. And even though I'm in Vegas, I did bring some stuff from my safety deposit box. So let's take a look at some silver certificates. All right, we're going to start off with this one here. This is a 1957 silver certificate. So as far as silver certificates go, it's one of the more recent bills. But what is cool is it is a star note. So a star note silver certificate. A lot of people are familiar with these. If you start collecting old money, these bills still can be found in circulation. I have yet to find one in circulation, but bank tellers say that they see them every once in a while. So these are out there because they look so similar to the $1 bills that are in circulation. The only difference, blue seal is a silver certificate. The back, of course, looks the same. Nothing funny about the back of this one. But yeah, the blue ink is a big clue that it's a silver certificate and it's old, and this one's a star note. This next bill is a little bit older. Still a silver certificate. This one, if I remember right, is from 1935D. So just an older silver certificate. This was the first year that they made silver certificates that looked like this. Flip it over on the back. It's in decent shape once again. The back is just like we're used to seeing. The front is almost like what we're used to seeing. But that's 1935 Series D if you want to get technical about it. And the reason why I point out this bill is because before 1935, these bills had a slightly different look. And this is what I mean. This is a 1934 $1 silver certificate. What makes this bill so special? Well, this is how the bills looked. The $1 silver certificates looked when we went to the small size money. 1928 is when we changed from the large size notes to the small size notes. And this bill is a little bit different. This is called funny back. That's the name. That's what they call these bills. 1934 funny backs. I believe these came out in 28 and 34, and then 1935 they switched over to the back that we're used to seeing. So you can imagine that for most of the 20th century, people were going through straps and seeing the backs like this, except for two small series that had the funny backs. This bill's actually in tremendous condition. You can see there's even that little black dot there in the corner. That is a cut line, so they knew where to mark it. and it's just really nice shape on this bill. That corner is almost perfect. But yeah, good bill. So that's it. That's a 1934 funny back. Check your silver certificates if you weren't aware that there are different types of backs on the bills. The funny back, like I said, was only out for, I believe, 1928 and 1934. And starting in 1935, you have the much more common backs. All right, guys. If you learned anything new this week, go ahead and hit that like button. If you like what you see and you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe. And always feel free to tell your friends and share this information. I love hearing from you guys. Love seeing more subscribers. Thanks, everyone, and I'll see you next week.